Hello. Happy holidays.
I know. Welcome to our Facebook Live video today. We are going to be making some diabetes-friendly desserts using sweet leaf stevia products.
Yeah, we're using 3 different kinds of drops today, and we're making 3 different kinds of desserts. So I will be making a diabetic-friendly hot chocolate and a diabetic-friendly vanilla mug cake. What are you making?
Good. I will be making a chocolate mousse that'll be high in protein because it's got silken tofu in it.
Okay.
Which is a little adventurous. And then sweetened with that chocolate sweet leaf drops.
All right. Are we ready to get started?
I think we should. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to start by making the hot chocolate because nothing says winter and happiness and coziness, in my opinion, than hot chocolate. So, and that can be a struggle sometimes if you're trying to manage diabetes. You know, I wanted to come up with something that's really easy, that tastes delicious, that you can do at home as an alternative to some of those mixes that you get in the grocery store. So this is so easy. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm starting with 1 tablespoon of just regular cocoa powder, unsweetened. You get it at the grocery store. So this is my little trick. What I did was I heated up about 1 cup of skim milk. I'm using my milk frother, but you can do this in the microwave. So no one likes a chunky hot chocolate. So what you want to do is, with this 1 tablespoon of cocoa, you want to add a little bit of the milk in there. Just to, and you take a spoon, and you start mixing it. Because you want to get the lumps from the cocoa out of there, so you're not like drinking the cocoa and you're getting kind of the like lumpy things going on in there. So mix that up, and then to this, I'm going to take our English toffee sweet leaf drop, and I'm going to add about 10 drops. You can add more or less depending on your sweetness preference.
And I really love how they have different flavors. It's got chocolate, vanilla cream, English toffee. It's a fun way to add a little bit of zhuzh, as Klara likes to say.
You zhuzh it a little bit. So yeah, and it tastes a little bit different than just your standard hot chocolate, which of course I like. We're going to add a little bit of vanilla extract. I use the cap, so I would do like half the cap full. Throw that in there.
Is it scientific?
Scientific, 100%. Only evidence-based here. And then we're going to add a pinch of salt, which you might be saying, Klara, why are we adding salt to the hot chocolate? Actually, salt is a great flavor enhancer, so a little bit is okay. We're adding like literally a couple just little grains in there to enhance that chocolate flavor a little bit.
And the reason why we are doing this Facebook Live event today is that in this office there are 8 different dietitians, and we all have our specific specialties. And we really have different focuses of types of chronic diseases. Like for me, for an example, is I really enjoy helping people manage their diabetes. That's why we came up with today's event. Klara does a lot of cancer management. So we all have our own little specialties.
Okay, so we mix this up. It's nice and smooth. I'm just adding the rest of this milk in there. Like I said, about a cup of milk total. And because I used my milk frother, you have a little bit of a milk foam on top. So it's kind of like whipped cream, but not. I mix it, and then to make it look a little fancy, take a little bit of the cocoa powder, sprinkle it on the top, and you're good to go.
Beautiful.
You want to try it? Taste? I tried it yesterday. It was really good. You tried. I'll let you do the honors.
Okay.
Isn't that good?
That is good.
Yeah. So
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. Really easy.
Perfect.
Like 4 ingredients. Probably already have them, except for the sweet leaf. So go get some of that.
It's great for like a Christmas dessert.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be over here making the mousse. I put a little bit of water on the hot plate. It's just simmering. And I put the metal bowl over top to make like a double boiler situation. I'm going to start with some 60% cacao dark chocolate chips.
So why are you melting it like that instead of melting it directly in the pan?
So that it doesn't separate?
Yeah, I set her up for that one. So basically melting it in indirect heat helps so that your chocolate doesn't burn and get kind of that gross icky flavor, which we don't want. Lumpy.
I'm doing about 3/4 of a cup of dark chocolate chips, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. There we go. And then here you go. About half a cup
tablespoon.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in surgery.
Scalpel, please.
Scalpel, please. Okay.
All right.
There you go.
So while this heats up, just going to keep an eye on it and stir it continuously and let it all melt together.
That looks awesome.
Be delicious. Now, in the meantime, I did mention that we're using silken tofu.
Which I am very excited to see how
Right.
this looks because I'm trying to experiment more with tofu.
I stayed away from it for a very, very long time
Mhm.
until we did
Me
our
too.
Mayhem to Mealtime videos and we
That was my first
tried
time, yeah.
the extra firm tofu for our tofu stir fry.
Yep.
And it was delicious.
It was. It was my first time eating tofu, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, and it was really good.
It was really good. And
Yeah.
so it's a great protein. And I had seen silken tofu. I need a knife. Do you have a knife?
Yeah, let me go.
I'd seen silken tofu in our smoothie graphic, like as a way to add protein to your smoothies, and I had never tried it either until recently. And it's a great protein source, and it doesn't really have a weird flavor, a weird texture. It just kind of melts in, and it's really, really nice.
And one of my favorite things about cooking with it is that, like you were just saying, it can taste like anything. So if you want to make it Asian themed the way we did when we did the stir fry, that's delicious. If you want to make it Mexican themed, you absolutely could do that. So I think that's definitely one of the perks of this.
All right, so I'm gonna it's a little liquidy. I'm gonna take this and put it into my blender. I don't get my liquid everywhere.
Got it?
Got it. And if you've never used tofu, fun fact, I didn't know this at first. I was wandering the grocery store trying to find it. It's in the produce section,
It is in the produce section.
in a little refrigerator.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna get that in there. Can you stir my chocolate?
Absolutely.
All right.
Ooh, that's getting nice and melty.
And I brought my little Vitamix mixer today because it's so convenient and little and portable and works really well.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Can't argue with that. All right. So I'm just going to blend this up a little bit to give it a nice smooth texture. And melting away. Do you want to get started on your mug cake?
Okay, so this mug cake is great for many reasons, but primarily is that you can make one, and if you want a little bit something sweet, you don't have to go through the trouble of getting out all of the eggs and getting out the mixer and like, okay, now I have to measure. No. We're gonna do this so quickly, just watch. So, in a bowl, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some flour. I'm sorry, I just almost hit you.
You're fine.
We're gonna take about 2 tablespoons of flour. Put that in there. And then we're gonna do a 1/4 tablespoon of baking powder. We're gonna add a little bit of salt to this. And now we're gonna add a little bit of dry ingredients. So I'm gonna add some milk.
Wet ingredients.
That's what I meant, sorry. Wet ingredients. 2 tablespoons of skim milk goes in here. We're gonna add some oil. 1 tablespoon of oil.
Now, Claire and I did the nutrition facts for all of our desserts,
We
and
did.
we're looking at about 15 grams of carbs for all of these. My Mousse has 7 grams of protein, so it's a pretty decent dessert.
Yeah.
How are yours doing in terms of?
My hot cocoa has 16 grams of carbs and 9 grams of protein, so also pretty
Also
good,
good.
coming from the milk. The cake has a little bit less protein, only about 2 grams, but is only 14 grams of carbs. So
Okay.
we're staying in that 15
Definitely.
area.
And usually for a snack when you're having difficulty managing your blood sugar, we like to stay around 15-20 grams of carbs. That's a pretty good choice.
Absolutely. Okay, so I added some vanilla. Now I'm going to add some vanilla cream sweet leaf drops. Also about 10 drops. 10. Okay, there we go. So I added the flour, the sweet leaf baking powder, the salt, the vanilla, and now all we need to do is mix this up. Mix.
So while you're mixing and while I'm mixing, I just want to take a moment to talk about our challenge.
Yes, we have that coming up. Caitlin, tell everyone about it.
So we've come up with a January challenge to take the place of people setting resolutions that may be unrealistic or doomed to fail, you know, we really want to make it more manageable and sustainable. So we're doing daily newsletters through the month of January with different little prompts. What are the different days?
So we're taking it step by step. We're starting really slow, and each day has a different theme. So anywhere from Motivational Monday to Try It Tuesday, where we push you a little bit to try something new that you might not have done, or maybe something that you've been thinking about doing, like cleaning out your pantry or your spice rack, but you kind of needed that little extra push to do it. We have Work It Wednesday, because movement is an important part of a healthy lifestyle, but we want to empower people to find something that works for you, not something that you feel like you have to do because you need to go to the gym or whatever it is. Then we have Thirsty Thursday, where we answer lots of questions and talk about different things like alcohol and tea and water, hydration, all the kind of big topics. We have Freedom Friday, where we really get our rebel on and we talk about mindful eating and the favorite word, moderation, and what that means and tips for you for that. And then Saturday and Sunday, we really try and get into the food with Savor It Saturday and Set It Up Sunday, talking about meal prep, new recipes. Kaitlin and I, we are the culinary nutritionists of the office, so we like to come up with things that are delicious, healthy, and most of all practical, because I know, speaking from just personal experience, I love to cook, but the last thing that I want to do sometimes when I come home after work is spend hours in the kitchen. So I'm not about that life. I don't think you're about that life. So we try to come up with things that were easy, quick, and healthy that you guys can do. So each day has a featured recipe, motivational quote, and
daily prizes.
Daily prizes.
So many prizes.
So many
from
prizes.
Awesome sponsors. Like Sweetly, so many others. We've got boxes in the hallways of all these kinds of prizes.
Tripping over them. So many prizes.
How do you sign up?
You sign up by, you can go onto our website or you can go onto our Facebook page. The link is everywhere. It's on our Instagram. You can email our office. You can call our office. We'll get you set up. It's really going to be really, really great. So in addition to all of our dietitian approved snack packs, because we tested out a lot of these, actually all of them, and have picked the good ones so that you're not eating the dry, cardboardy, you know, not delicious tasting.
Thing that tastes like goo.
Yeah, it's a good word for it. So we picked out the good ones, but also we are giving away our book, Taste the Sweet Rebellion, that was written by 3 dietitians in our office. And we're also giving away HelloFresh boxes, which is very exciting. So if you haven't ever tried HelloFresh, this is a great time to sign up and get involved so that you have a chance to win.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm just kind of letting this cool a little bit before I add it to my tofu.
All right, so then I will do this really quick. So I sprayed a mug with baking spray. I'm going to take this, dump it in. All right, and then we're going to make this a little festive. You ready?
And we have a comment asking, what are you guys making? So if you can just tell them what you're making again.
Sure. So I'm over here making a chocolate mousse. It's a diabetes-friendly chocolate mousse. It's made with silken tofu for a little bit of protein boost. And Klara's got 2 recipes over here going.
Yep, I'm making a vanilla mug cake, which is about to get really festive because I'm adding sprinkles. We're going to measure out 1 teaspoon of sprinkles. And we are going to...
So it's like funfetti cake.
Like funfetti cake. Sprinkle it on the top.
My favorite.
It is so delicious.
Klara's a cake baker and I'm over here saying, I love box cake.
That's okay. It has a place in every part of our life. We can make room for boxed funfetti mix. So I am about to put this in the microwave, and then we also made some diabetic-friendly hot chocolate that is homemade, that takes 2 seconds, 4 ingredients, and tastes really
yummy.
good.
I just tried it for the first time.
I know.
It's pretty tasty. Okay, so while Claire goes and microwaves that, I'm going to say my chocolate is cool enough. So I'm going to add it to my tofu over here in my blender. And I just blended up that tofu until it was smooth. Now Claire's recipes were both like single serving, but mine's going to make about 5 servings of mousse. Get it all in there. All right. Top on. I did mention that we're using sweet leaf stevia products. So I am going to add my sweetener now. I'm going to be using the chocolate just to kind of play on that chocolate mousse flavor. You can count out 25 drops if you want. It's about half a teaspoon, so I'm going to do that. About half a teaspoon. All right, add that in there. And it sounds like our cake is done.
It is. Ooh, this smells delicious.
Give this a
I'm
stir.
a huge fan of chocolate, so.
Oh.
Me too.
I did not mind recipe testing this recipe at all. Alright. So why don't you go ahead and talk about your cake?
Alright, so if you want to get in here, I can come closer to you. It's a cake. It's literally a cake that we cooked for 1 minute in the microwave. And that's it.
Literally a cake.
And we did this in, what, not even 5 minutes? Again, versus and this is coming from a baker who loves the whole getting the flour and getting your hands dirty and all of that, but this is just so much easier, so I'm going to try some of this. Do you want some?
Yes.
Do you want to feed you?
No, thank you.
There you go.
It was hot.
They're hot.
I love the sprinkles. It's so festive.
Well, crushed up, right?
Smells good.
It's pretty good. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the sprinkles.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the sweet leaf is nice and
That's a
vanilla.
winner.
And you could have easily switched this. You know, if you have the toffee, you could have put the toffee in here instead of the vanilla flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cool.
it's very
Well,
versatile.
So our mousse is almost done.
Okay.
So basically, this is about 5 servings. So I'll get 5 little containers out and pour it pretty equally into the 5 containers and let it sit in the fridge for about an hour before you're ready to serve it. So I went ahead and made some in advance.
Oh.
This has been sitting in the fridge. It's ready to go. You can even put a little dollop of whipped cream, make it feel a little decadent.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and try it.
I'm ready. Ooh, that is good. That is very good.
Can you tell there's tofu in there?
No. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna make that,
Is that a
for
winner?
For my brother. He
I.
would not. He loves chocolate pudding.
Mm-hmm. He won't even
He
know.
won't even know.
Don't tell him.
I know. I mean, so hopefully he won't watch this Facebook Live.
Cool. So we
Alright.
made chocolate mousse, hot chocolate,
Cake.
cake in a mug,
All diabetes friendly.
all diabetes friendly, low in sugar. We use sweet leaf stevia drops instead. What is stevia?
Stevia actually is a sweetener that comes from a plant. And it's funny, I tell people my parents have a very extensive garden, and I came home one day and my mom's like, do you want to make you a cup of tea? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. She goes and she gets mint from our garden, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna put a little sweet in there. And normally, I'm like, okay, whatever. But she put a stevia leaf, like from our garden, a fresh stevia leaf in
cool.
with, like, she used mint leaves. And it was really good. So it's a natural sweetener that comes from a plant.
Yeah.
So you can even grow it in your own garden like my parents do.
Use it to bake some delicious desserts. I think that's a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. So subscribe to our blog, sign up for our newsletter, sign up for the challenge starting January 1st. So get in there, get ready to feel better, get ready for prizes. So many prizes. Don't forget, leave a comment below if there's something specific that you want to see Kaitlin and I make. We'll also include the link for the challenge where you can sign up in the comments below. So feel free, you can just click on it right there. And
other than that, we'll see you in January.
we'll see you in January.
Merry
Have a
Christmas.
happy holidays
Happy holidays.
and Happy New Year.
Yay.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.